Hey, what's up, guys? How's everybody doing? Sorry for the clickbait. Right away, I mean, I have to go. I have to come clean right off the bat, guys. I mean, there has been less information about the disappearance of the Timepiece Gentleman today than ever before. However, if anybody has any information, please contact me as soon as possible. Sorry for the late show. I was basically, what's it called? I was told to come in because I was missing for like 2 weeks, and my boss said, you have to come in. I don't care. Oh yeah. Tommy, thank you for the daily reminder to upvote, like, comment, and subscribe. Let's talk watches, guys. I hope everyone is doing well. Let me just drop the link if anybody wants to come onto the show and talk about their watch. Here we go. Dropped. Okay. Oh, let me drop it in the here. Okay. Sorry about this. This is like the last second because it was either do this kind of small show or no show at all. And I figured, you know what? It's better to do something than nothing. Tommy, when I search his name on YouTube, you have to scroll down even to just find a video by him. Yeah, it's everything. The whole Google search has been consumed by articles about him. So it's like if you try to look for him, it's only like that he's missing. You can't even see any of his videos anymore. I did get. There was a what's it called? I did get some kind of a message. One second. People were sending me stuff, a lot of irrelevant stuff like his mugshots and stuff like that, which is okay. I mean, it's fair enough. But nothing very recent besides this thing. Let me see what this is before I show it to you guys. Oh, okay. Now this is June 16th, 2021. Oh. So we've seen. Oh my God. Okay, so I mean, it seems like because we've seen the video that Austin Daniels made about the clothing that he was being sued for. However, there is another lawsuit against him that was found, and this one is much bigger. And unfortunately, I don't have the time to read all of it. It's very long. If I didn't go to work today, I probably would have gone through it. But there's 27 pages. So if anybody is interested, I can forward this to you. You can go through it. But still though, the search continues, guys. The search continues. Stockholm Publishing. Bark and Jack took down his video too. Bark and Jack, in the video, Adrian did mention that he will be taking the video down because it's kind of his channel is about watches, and I think he also took down a video about Chris Esri when when the whole fake panda thing blew up. So Adrian is good at like keeping his website, his YouTube, like on topic, rather than just having all kinds of content. So that's not surprising. Let's see this one. I saw Justin ADC. I saw on the video this morning Archie was calling you social reporting skills. Oh my god. Yeah, that was so funny. Oh my god. I was actually if you guys seen that video, you have to watch the video where Archie basically says that this whole thing is a hoax. Oh, I think that theory that this is just a marketing ploy is going extremely mainstream. It is the most proposed theorem. Everybody thinks that it's well, almost everyone is almost 100% convinced that it is a that it's a public stunt. I still don't think so. I disagree. I don't think this is a publicity stunt. It just to me it makes no sense. But I never said I'm right about everything. So it would be interesting. Oh my god, I can't wait until we break this story. Tim, AC called you a seal. That's so funny. Working edge sharpening. Yeah, that was so good. It was so good. Bark like a seal, Tim. I don't know actually. I don't know how to make the seal noise. James Con 11. No matter how this turns out, I bet TPG will say, "Look at how much attention, views I got from all the YouTubers." It's um, it's quite possible. I think they will play the victim game. If it is true, then I believe that the best way would be for them to kind of play the victim game, like as if they're, oh, look at this, people are so judgmental in this society. How could they? We were actually volunteering, etc. And that would be actually a way to do it, and people I think would fall for it. A lot of people, majority of people, would actually forgive them that. Richard Lampoon, friends watch fans, countrymen, lend me your beers. By the way, July 4th is coming soon, guys. Sunday, yes. Justin Edisia. I was rolling. You can't fool me somehow. Who you can't fool someone who has four paddocks, guys. It's a well known fact that if you have achieved the status of four paddocks, uh, lies just bounce off of you. You cannot be fooled. Ooh, we're getting messages here from the viewers. One second. Let me just change some stuff here. Okay, here we go. The 27 thing. Uh oh, I will. Okay, I it. One second. Downloads. Okay, can I drop it here? No, I can't. So, man, how do I? No. Oh, here we go. Okay, I'm gonna reply. So, someone has messaged me. Okay, I sent the link. So, someone has messaged me asking for the link, the 27-page link, which I just forwarded. Thank you for reaching out. Please go through it. Let us know what it's all about. Big Sal, hoax, no hoax. Marketing stunt doesn't matter. Trust is lost and their business is done. Maybe, you know what? Maybe they feel like they lost the trust with the existing public, with existing customers. Maybe they'll just look for new customers. It's quite possible that they might just switch pawns. David Reese, look at wait, look at the group before it goes private. Not sure. Biff Helms, if TPG has to appear in court in a few days, will lawyers make him Define the current status of his business. Ooh, man, and he's scheduled for the 6th, which is quickly approaching. It's quickly approaching. PR should benefit you. This will hurt, not help. McLovin, of course. It is benefiting everyone else besides them. I mean, I'm the one that's getting the views. Although I do feel kind of scummy for doing this, if I were to be honest, because at the end of the day, I want to talk watches. But I also simultaneously understand that for someone to get interested in watching a type of a live show like this, they have to spend some time in the watching it. And we're so used to kind of TikTok kind of content that people tune out sometimes a little bit too quickly. And having a situation like this can actually introduce a lot of people to to the joys of live streams, to this kind of style of entertainment. And people can come to the show to find out what's going on with the Timepiece Gentleman. But then if they find that they enjoy this kind of entertainment, they'll stay and they'll come back next time for the watch talk. And at the end of the day, I just if I could grow the show just talking watches, that'd be great. But sometimes I mean I have to do what everyone else is doing and use this situation. So I want to apologize to everyone in advance. Logan Hall, make a video called "The Winners and Losers of the TPG Scandal." Oh, that's a great idea. Yes. Actually, you know what? Let me just take a picture of this. This is a great idea. Thank you, Logan Hall, for an awesome idea. Justin EDC, most people would fall for it. If you have 4 packs, not happening. Yeah, exactly. I mean, someone who has achieved the level of 4 paddocks has crawled through glass and through all kinds of excrements to get to that point. So I wouldn't be surprised. It would be much more difficult to lie to them, but not impossible. I wouldn't say it wouldn't be impossible. Yellow Raincoat, what a great day to pick cherries. I mean, I don't know, not for me. Today was raining the whole time. EPC Acquisitions, wasn't TPG going to release a video today? They usually release videos on Fridays. Oh, very interesting. The Timepiece Gentleman. Let's see. No, there's nothing. There's nothing. Oh, and okay. By the way, guys, as a show of protest, make sure to unsubscribe. Not from me, not from me. From the Timepiece Gentleman. Who would want the Sky Dweller on the strap? Actually, I do like the rubber, but I think rubber would be better. Rubber would be better. Hello, Barbinghard.
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
Hey, I kind of got kind of screwed at work a little bit, and then ran home to just do a little bit of the pre-show
Okay.
because, as you know, Marco and JJ will be doing a first episode of Watch and Talk today during the after show.
On their now, is this on a new channel?
It's a new channel, yes.
Okay. Watch and talk. How often are they planning on doing it? Just once a week?
They were planning to start with every Friday.
Fridays? Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Which
How long is your pre-show gonna go?
I
You
think
just on
like
for a minute?
another. Yeah, I think maybe another hour, I guess.
So who are the big winners and losers then?
Whew. I think the big winners are going to be retailers.
Okay.
I think big dealers like the Watchbox, David SW, I think those are going to be the winners.
It's funny. I went to a Rolex AD last night. We just
Yeah.
stopped by when I was on
Yeah.
a date with my wife, and
Hmm.
the sales gal I was talking to, obviously they didn't have any Rolex, but she's like, "Oh yeah, you know that they're," and she mentioned, she's like, "Oh yeah, do you ever follow the Timepiece Gentleman?" I'm like, "Oh man, I can't stand that guy."
Ah.
And I'm like, all the flippers, and she's like, "Yeah, I know, like how bad." Like, but she was making it sound like, "Oh yeah, you know, Timepiece Gentleman says if you buy a Tudor in 5 years, it'll be worth more money than it is now." I'm like, "Yeah, he probably does say that, but don't know if I believe him."
Ooh, I think that's the only way. Like people, I don't think tutors are going to be worth anything
I don't
because,
think so.
and unfortunately, I don't think so because the tech is improving so fast right now. I mean, you see tutors coming out with those mini glide lock
Yeah,
situation. I mean, that's going to make all the previous models of tutors worthless. I mean, it's only Rolex that people have a vintage following. Tudor
yeah,
has only one vintage Tudor, the snow the Tudor Submariner.
yeah,
Everything else, every other Tudor vintage Tudor is worthless.
yeah. They're the Tudor Tigers seem to be doing okay. Not nearly the value of a Tudor
That's like
sub.
the Panda.
The Tiger is a I think it might be a Valjoux, but it's the
Yeah,
their chronograph, but it's
yeah,
a lot
the one
thinner
that kind
than
of
their new
looks
one.
like, yeah, the chronograph. Yeah, yeah. I mean, but that's because of its uncanny resemblance to the
With the
Daytona
Rolex
Panda.
piece on it. Oh yeah, I mean it has a lot of Rolex pieces, just not Rolex's movement.
But then you look at the new Diet Panda, and it's just so much better.
Yeah, technologically, it's bigger though. It is still bigger. That is
Okay.
one of the nice things about some of like the older Tudor, their Submariners, and even they even had some like 36 millimeter ones. I
Hmm.
want to say in the 90s for their subs. So definitely
Hmm.
their vintage stuff it was smaller sized, where their newer stuff is all pretty big.
Yeah, I mean, if they can make things just a tad like that Black Bay 58 size is so perfect.
Yeah,
And I just know if they are able to, and this is going to happen. This is going to happen in the next couple of years when they miniaturize everything just a little tad, just tad, lit, make everything just tad smaller, 2 millimeters
more
small when
refined.
they shave
Yeah,
off.
more refined.
This it's going to make the price of the current production line just drop in value. I
If
don't
they'll
think
do that though,
these. You think
but
these modern pieces that are bigger will become collectible?
I don't think so. But I think they're on
Yeah.
point with the trend, right? I think there's a
Hmm.
lot of people that like the larger watches, the larger wrist presence, like the fashion watches. And so if someone's
Hmm.
going from like a Michael Kors, which they're pretty big, right? Garbage.
Yeah.
Don't no one buy Michael Kors. I wouldn't say that, but
Please don't listen to Birmingham.
but I'm just saying that some of these watches that they do sell well though, right? And they
Yeah.
are a little bit of a larger size. They do have a little bit more wrist presence. So
Yeah.
I think Tudor's able to be a little bit more modern in their sizing, whereas Rolex, they're only doing incremental changes over time. And so Tudor can play with like all kinds of just goofy, hey, let's do a bronze case. Let's do, they can just do whatever goofy colors, just they can do all kinds of silly things that Rolex
Mm,
can't do. And so
mm.
I think Tudor can be a little bit more nimble to try different stuff. But yes, if they, I don't know, are they even going to just continue refining? Or are they just going to totally ruin the Black Bay line? Like, are they just gonna ride the brand into the ground with all these like, oh, limited release this, limited release that? Like, I don't know. That kind of scares me.
Have you seen the limited release of just one piece limited release from that I showed yesterday?
I didn't see it on your show, but I did see their the charity auction one that looks all beat
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. And actually you can see like this is a kind of a precursor. This
But they
thing
didn't
right
make it
here.
they didn't make it smaller though, right? It's the same
No.
size as the Pepsi, and that's the thing. I think a lot of people that are really into watches, I think how well a Black Bay 58 sized GMT would sell
Oh,
to people that are inside, to insiders, like they would love that.
oh
But
my God. I think people. Oh my God. If they did it, it would literally break the internet.
yep,
I. Oh my God. Wait, how do I? But like seeing this watch, it looked like they will be doing a kind of a little bit of a aesthetic upgrade to the
yeah,
tutor. It
which
looks
is
like the new Pepsi will be re-released with open case back and now COSC certification, right? Not
yeah, they are doing some of their more current movements. They are getting the or are they going to do Metis? I mean, that's kind of been the big. It seems like Tudor's really going hard at Omega, so doing the Metis
mm,
certifications, like they did on the that ceramic Black Bay. And I think
yeah.
is the bronze one just Kosk, or did that one have a Metis cert?
No, it's just COSC.
It's just Kosk. Okay.
Yeah. Horological Freddy Krueger. Tim is right. No one cares about vintage, especially vintage humans. My vintage skin is considered grotesque. I mean, it looks this watch. No, I mean, I like vintage stuff, but stuff that actually kind of looks classy. There's a lot of vintage stuff. Like if there are modern pieces that have actually been like if you look at this actually this what's it called this GMT, this Tudor GMT, right?
Yeah.
If their Pepsis age like this, that'd be pretty cool.
I think the Pepsi, just because it has an aluminum bezel,
Mm,
it is going to change, right? I mean, that's the whole thing
mm,
with it using ceramic for the bezel inserts is that they should, they shouldn't age as quickly as aluminum.
yeah. And then let's see, we got oh Geezer. Hello Tim. Hi. Let's see. A yellow raincoat. General public. It's way too small. It is.
Maybe talking about the 58. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah. The
know. I mean,
58.
when I was in
It's
the
wearable.
Rolex AD, yeah, when I was in the Rolex AD
Yeah.
yesterday, another guy came up and wanted to like get on the list, looking
Mm,
for a Black Bay 58. Um, and so he was someone that he hadn't been into watches that long and was looking to get kind of his first luxury piece. But at least he's doing the research, and and he came in wanting the 58 sizing, and he tried on the full size, the 41 millimeter Heritage that they had. And he was like, that's a little
oh,
too big for me. So I don't know. I think those 58 sell really well, but it's definitely cheaper for them to just come out with a new colorway than it
yeah.
is for them to develop a whole new movement, right? A whole new
Oh,
GMT
yeah.
movement to fit in a smaller case size. So with it only being 3 years old, and they have a hard time keeping the GMTs in stock. There was one in stock on leather bracelet at the AD that I went to yesterday. So they're starting to become more available, and you're seeing the price on the secondary market on drop. But it's by no means not a big seller as is.
Yeah. Your audio is getting a little bit low.
Cut now.
Uh,
I'm sorry. I'm out here on the golf course,
yeah. Nice.
so I got some wind blowing.
Oh man. Laszlo Devai. Hello, Tim. I'm drunk. What's your alcoholic beverage? Oh, I was just drinking LaCroix. It's not really alcohol, but I do need to finish up this bottle of wine. I was gonna finish it all of it yesterday, but then my wife caught me, and that ended that situation. But we actually have someone who can tell you about some really good alcoholic beverages right here. Perf Luxury. How's it going, my man?
Uh, Good afternoon or good evening, Tim and Mr. Burbinghart.
Oh,
Sure, bud.
It's just past 6 in the morning here, and I can solve your whiskey problem.
what should he get?
Definitely a problem if you're starting at 6 in the morning, Perth.
I'm not drinking it.
Glen Scotia 15.
So
Wow.
that I managed to score for about 70 Australian. So what would we call that? About $50, if maybe 45, 40 bucks.
That's really good price.
So think of Glen Scotia as like this, except this one here is about 225 Australian. So it's about 100 and something US.
Oh,
but
you know
this,
what? Perf. Somebody was actually asking me yesterday for a Scotch or whiskey recommendation between $100 and $200, and you said would be this one.
It would be, if you can get your hands on it,
Yeah.
one of these, but only buy it retail. Don't buy it grey market, because there's a lot of counterfeits now emerging.
Oh, that's not good.
Don't buy Macallan's either on the secondary.
So, Perth, when you're getting these deals, how do you go about it? Are you looking just at online retailers then?
Online retailers, I've got a few. Dan Murphy's, Nick's. Literally, if you just search NICKS in Google, it comes up. They're the biggest online dealer in Australia. They've got a lot of sort of abstract or sort of non-mainstream brands, but also a lot of the elite sort of stuff. Annoyingly, they don't carry this Glen Scotia 15. I'd say it's about one. I'd rate it about 1 point maybe behind Springbank, depending on what palate is. So Springbank doesn't have sort of like cinnamon, sort of little warm spice. It's nowhere near Talisker, Tim. The Glen Scotia, it's a little bit warmer, I'd say, than the Springbank. I probably, I like them equally. I'd probably rate the Springbank a 92 and the Glen Scotia a 91, but Glen Scotia is available without having to jump through all these hoops, and without having to pay a piper, and you can actually get your hands on it.
Damn, it's like you have to get on the waiting list to get the.
I kid you not. There's ballots. Some dealers play AD games. They even go, "What's your purchase history?" And that's for like a 10-year-old. They like what's your purchase history of whiskey for a 10-year-old bottle of Scotch? They want you to spend $1,000 minimum on whiskey.
Yeah, when I was talking to the sales gal at the Rolex 80, and they sell a bunch of other brands, right? So it's not like a boutique store, but just an 80. But she's like, "Oh yeah, here's my card. I have a little bit of purchase history with them, but not a lot." But she's like, "Hey, you know what? I mean, just anytime, any service you need, any kind of like jewelry, just make sure that you're coming in dealing with me, and I'll keep all your receipts together. And when it's my turn to sell a GMT Pepsi on Jubilee, that way I'll be able to show the owner like, hey, this is a loyal customer, blah blah blah." I'm like, I see yeah. So yeah, it's just funny the games they play. It's nice that the whiskey business is doing it too.
Yeah, I mean, the 25-year-old expression of Aaron this year that finally got released, they only had 3,000 bottles, and they reckon about good 2,000 out of those bottles have been turned over to flippers or grey market, and people are getting, I kid you not, 2 to 3 times retail, probably closer to 3 times retail already. And they reckon probably sit on it for a few years and you just be getting more and more and more.
Yeah, there's this new YouTube channel. It's called Gentleman's Whiskey, and it's this guy, really short guy, but really buff, and he flips whiskey.
It's dangerous. I was about to say it's dangerous because one of the big
Marco says, "How did Perf get the title of Whiskey Pontiff?"
Self-proclaimed.
Well, Ralphie wasn't taking it.
Oh my god! And EPC acquisition, Tim Hermes invented the VIP game, and it's bleeding into all industries now. I was literally just gonna say that, but I was gonna say it's kind of started with Rolex, but it actually started with the Barkins, and that kind of AD game situation has literally, as you guys say, like it bled into every aspect of everything. Oh, my wife says she doesn't need a Birkin anymore. A what? Lindy? I don't even know what that is, but hey, Marco, thank you for the upvote. Remember, guys, to like, comment, and subscribe.
Marketing strategies, it tends to ruin everything it touches eventually.
Yeah.
So, like,
hey,
Hermes came out with, okay, let's do this whole like exclusivity thing. They perfected it.
Mm.
I think Rolex is doing that. When more and more brands start doing it, though, like people do eventually get sick of it, right? Like marketing works when it's unique. Not a lot of people are doing it, but once everyone starts doing it, it kind of loses its appeal.
And Derek M says something interesting. Tim, newer pieces will be priced higher, making the older ones hold value, kind of like the Speedmaster. Ooh, I mean, one would hope, unless if there is a collapse. I mean, you can look at fancy vintage furniture, stuff that's super expensive, resells basically as junk. It's worthless. It's worthless. People, you can't get anything for it because nobody wants it. So if watches were ever to flip and become like, people might stop buying watches. It's just everybody has their limit, I think. And I think everybody has been, a lot of people has been buying multiple watches. And there's people who have a lot of watches, and then there's people who have no watches, just like Apple Watch, and that's it, and they will never get a watch. And once everyone who's interested in watches has as many as they can like own, and then it might start crumbling. Yeah.
I wonder though, do you think the Speedmasters will be more expensive next year, or I kind of think the prices on the used Speedmaster will go down next year. I think there was a pop because you discontinued a model, come out with a new model. It's all over the internet, all over media. So there's this more exposure, then there's this increased demand. But I don't know that demand's gonna carry forward long term.
Yeah, especially with other brands.
At all.
It might carry over with, if anything, I think it might. The Rolexes might be safe. Pateks might be safe. However, I would be very skeptical with other brands, especially Tudor. I wouldn't be investing. Nobody should buy Tudor and expecting to get their money back. Or
you saw what happened with Archie buying the Burgundy.
Too bad Tim missed the comments on O'Leary. Okay, hold on. Let me just get back. Let me just find this comment. Apparently,
wait, so Kevin O'Leary's involved now?
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Roar of the Tiger. Kevin O'Leary posted a watch-related episode earlier today.
Whoa!
But it's been pulled already. I wonder if it was in any way TPG. Remember, he was featured in the Miami Bitcoin convention episode. Ooh. I mean, sometimes people do that. Like, you can upload a video at the wrong time, and you can get no clicks, or you can get the wrong kind of. People could be going there and commenting like, "Where's TPG? Do you have anything to do with him?" And maybe he's like, "Oh, wait, I don't want this kind of conversation. Let's upload it later."
Yeah, I didn't see O'Leary's episode to see what was in it. If TPG was he even in it, or is it just kind of speculation?
I don't know. I'm just speculating if they uploaded it, and because I know like sometimes that's what people do. They would pull the episode because it's just not the wrong time to release it.
Yeah,
sometimes
I wouldn't want to be related to TPG if it was my business. Like I don't think,
especially
Roman Sharf, like the exposure can be good, but if it's like, oh, that's one of your boys and he went and did this, it's like, I would be hesitant to do business with someone that does business with someone like that, right? Like,
especially if and the guy mentioned that was Kevin O'Leary also heavy into cryptocurrency.
I don't think I would say he's heavy. I think he's, from what I've seen, is he's interested in it. He's interested in it, but it's like, hey, that should be only a little bit of your portfolio, right? Like you wouldn't just over leverage into crypto. Like there's going to be a future in it, but what's the price going to be? It's like, well, shoot, it lost a lot of value in the last month. So
yeah, collapse. And that's my theory. As you guys remember, was that they probably took those $2,000 charitable donations to their shop, and it's fun. And I think they put them into crypto, hoping to turn it into even more money just quickly. But having crypto collapse would probably
I could see them come
like
out with a new name, rebrand, start selling motorsports, more like jewelry type things.
Okay,
to
check
try
this
to
out. So I got the
expand
summary of
their market.
guys. I got
Tim, there's a comment from AG in the comments about a possible second lawsuit.
Okay,
Anyone have
I have
anything
it. I'm
about
reading
that?
it right now. I'm reading
Oh,
it right
okay.
now. Okay, so this is the I sent a good viewer of ours has summarized it for me, and this is what he says. TPG has been dragging his feet on a ordered mediation since December 2020. He then said he could not attempt planned mediation on 16th June 2021 as he was testifying in other case. He provided no proof that he was testifying on the other case. The plaintiff now trying to get court to compel TPG to attend mediation and face sanctions if he doesn't. Okay?
It's a big risk on TPG's part because, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, he's already got 2 felony charges against him in the state of Texas.
Well, I think those are resolved.
But isn't there a 3 strikes rule and you're out?
I think most of these court issues are civil cases. They're not criminal cases.
Yeah.
And so he wouldn't be facing jail time. It's just fines. I mean, when you watch a show, like when I hear the promises he makes, like, oh, this watch is going to be worth this when this discontinues, like he makes these projections, like financial investment projections. You can't do that in the US. Like, so I would not be surprised at all if he starts, eventually getting hung up in civil cases, because if someone buys an investment piece because he's telling them that, as soon as this is discontinued, it's going to be 6 figures. It's like, that doesn't happen. Like, you can't make these promises, it's false marketing.
Oh, check this out, guys. The 27-page summary, this is the same case. This is the same clothing case. So apparently he has been kind of dragging it continuously. Wow. What kind of clothing? What the hell? What kind of clothing did he buy? Was it those Timepiece Gentleman hats?
Yeah, I mean, that's normal, though, for businesses to have those disagreements and to go through a civil suit. I mean, that's not, super abnormal if you're running a business that's doing millions of dollars in sales. So
what does Bitcoin and our debt-based oil backup monetary system have in common? They're both made by men or women in secret.
I guess I'm not tracking.
Right. I would love to have a discussion on the Bitcoin on a different show. Hey, if Sun Turtle Camper wants to have a whole Bitcoin conversation, I would love for him to contact me and we can set something up. THX1138C Frank, he didn't seem very tactful with his criticism of Tim's belief. That's for sure. I agree with Arch that it's a stunt, but wish he's been more tactful. Tim's really helped Arch. I think have you watched that video that Archie made?
Yeah, the one about
earlier today. Yeah, so
where he's just kind of calling him out on it.
Yeah, it was so funny. Actually, I thought it was hilarious. People have been messaging me like, Archie stabbed you in the back. He threw you under the bus.
It's part of the script. It's part of the script, guys. It's all part
yeah, it's total tongue in cheek. It's not serious. It's just Arch doing a piss take.
It's so good. I like it.
Honestly, what I thought about that gal is I actually when you were talking to her, my initial thought was she's probably making this up to spook her Instagram. Like, doesn't know him at all. She's just doing this for attention to get Instagram followers. Not that she was a plant. She's really a plant from TPG. I mean, maybe they really dated. I didn't see her profile. You said that you did. And if you're able to vouch for
yes.
like, okay, then.
Oh, you're saying the girlfriend, the Marco's girlfriend?
Yeah, when she initially got on and she put her Instagram in the chat, I was like, oh, is this girl lying?
She accepted me.
she never did. Yeah, I know, but I'm saying that my initial thought was like, oh, she's just doing
Oh,
this for attention
yes.
because she's plugging in Instagram, right?
Yeah.
But if you go and you see it, then it's like, okay, well, this is someone that really does have photos with him. Then it is
Yes.
an associate. Less likely that it's, she's really a plant from a marketing, a marketing company.
Yeah. No. I mean, she sent me. So she doesn't have pictures on her Instagram with him. But she does
Okay.
have. She sent me. When I asked her, she sent me an image of them together. So her story checks out. I mean, well, Harley. At least what we know is that they were in relationship.
Yeah.
Just looking from the pictures.
From what
I
Archie
mean,
said, that
I can look. I can. Well, let's just talk about this off the air. But yeah, look,
but I
it's
think
confirmed.
that news article with the poor grammar, I'd never heard of that website, that Dallas-based thing like that. I am more in agreement with Arch that might be a plant, right? That's like, because
That article came out super quick.
It came out super quick, but it's not a really noticeable. It's not like these other major news organizations did. It's not like it was like the Times or something
It's
like
not
that.
like
With
Houdini.
journalists that are actually verifying it. This is just a blog,
It's-
and yes, marketing people will manipulate those things, and they'll start with these like made up blogs, and they try to trade up, right? Like, oh, look, it was said on here. Now let's get local news to cover it, and if they can get local news to cover it, then it's like, okay, now maybe they'll get national news. And so that is a guerrilla marketing tactic of, you start small with like influential things, or you make up your own blog, or some of these like these less than honest people that run websites to kind of create these like viral traction.
Yeah.
It just reminds me of the movie Tomorrow Never Dies, where Elliot Carver, the man behind the printing press, decides, let's start a little bit of a war, and then whose paper is out reporting all the conflict first before everybody else? Oh, Elliot Carver's Tomorrow paper. Oh, I wonder why. Oh, because Carver was doing all the shooting and blowing up and stuff. I would not be surprised, Tim and Birmingham, seriously, if TPG has started this little blog thing as a stunt. I reckon he's basically just a modern day Elliot Carver minus the terrorism.
I mean, yeah. I mean, he's what it seems like now is it is a stunt. It does seem to be, but there are they'll call them like guerrilla marketing tactics. So it's not like I liked O'Shean's thing. Like, it's not genius just to get attention. Doesn't make you a genius. Like, if you're destroying your friends' businesses, you're you're damaging the industry. People are trusting you less. Like, it's like the boy who cried wolf. Just because you can get attention doesn't mean you're getting attention in a positive way.
Yeah.
More people are now, they think less of him. Yes, more people might be aware of who he is, but his standing, people's opinion of him has gone down, and that's not really a good way to run a sustainable long-term business.
Well, and this is why I was thinking is that it's not a PR stunt to grow their business. I feel like maybe they had some debts in the business, and they felt like, oh, you know what? Let's just burn this down.
Yeah.
not actually burn it up, but
it could. Yeah. I don't know that anyone's like, oh no, he runs this business really well. Like, a lot of people are like, yeah, okay, do these guys even know what they're doing? Their spending's a little bit reckless. It's a little, it's a little like, guy, who else does it remind me of? Other than like the Logan Paul. It's like
Chris Essery.
Like, oh, remember the guy like in my garage, Knowledge, like the Ty Lopez guy. Like these online marketers that are just like, man, like, we get so sick of them. It's kind of like that, right? Like this, like, oh, look at, I'm gonna attention hack to to get attention, but it's like, really, like, I don't know. Well, maybe
Hershey's
mess up some stuff.
A Hershey's Quart $5 super chat. Wow. Is an Archie Luxury OnlyFans a sustainable long-term business? Ooh.
So here's the thing. I think that just like we were talking about how marketing, right? Like, eventually you have to be like new and different. I can see
Yes.
you get all these people that start doing OnlyFans. It's like, oh, look how much money they're
Yeah.
making. Now everyone does an OnlyFans, right? So I think the
Yeah.
value of having an OnlyFans, you're
drop.
going to start to get the market's going to get saturated. Everyone does, every kind of
Everyone's
fetish.
doing it. Yeah.
Exactly. Everyone's doing it, and so then your ability to make money at it might be lessened unless you are the best at it, right?
Yes. Yes.
Well, I'm currently working on a bit of a video, Tim, that you'll
Ooh.
love when it comes out. The demise of TPG. Now, I had a little bit of a trouble thinking of what music, so I thought for the intro, I've recorded the intro. No, it's the theme from Titanic when the ship's going down. Along with their intro, sort of like going downwards like that, and at the end, it has all their faces to Tchaikovsky's 1812 Overture, just the cannons section.
I mean, he might not end up completely going down though, right? I could totally see him pivoting into motorsports or something like that. Who's the guy? Chris from Horology House. I heard
Chris
that he's
Misery.
Like,
he's in the chat.
Well, that's not really him. But I heard that he's actually really big into like the camera world now. Is that I haven't really followed it, but it's like, okay, now he's selling cameras and like really into like camera accessories. So once you learn some of those marketing skills and the video making skills, watch I think the watch hobby, it's a pretty small hobby that he could get completely burned in like a watch hobby, but then take those skills and pivot into something unrelated, right? Like cars, maybe like broader, like jewelry sales.
Once you have the skill of flipping like hyped things, it could be anything. Like I actually think that there would be a bigger profit margin in flipping those hot cars than in flipping watches. There's more. There's just more people out there that want cars. I believe.
And there's less people that are flipping it, right? Just like jewelry. Like my local watchmaker that I have in town, that I use, like he has like a kind of like an apprentice, like a younger associate. But on his Instagram, he does flip some watches. He works at but he also flips jewelry. And I think there's fewer people flipping jewelry, whereas now everyone wants to get a Rolex, because how hard is it to buy a Rolex from the AD, right? Like if you can get one, you're able to flip it for profit, right? So you get more and more people that try to do that. It gets saturated, right? So now do you pivot and do something else? If you were to start another YouTube channel, Tim, on anything like a different topic, it would grow much faster than your watch channel did, because it's like, no, now you have the skills. You know what I mean? Like, how to do these things, what works, what titles, you know how to do the engagement and all that kind of stuff. So if you were to start another channel, it would grow much faster. You get monetized much quicker because you have a skill set, right, that you developed in this niche.
Yeah. No, exactly. That's a really good point.
Guys, just hold up. Tim, have you seen Hugh Jazz's comments in the comment section? If that's true.
Hugh Jazz, you need a license to sell cars. Felons not eligible.
I don't know that that's true.
Yeah, I don't.
That would be state dependent, right? So maybe some places you can't, but there's actually a lot of people that are felons that go into entrepreneurship.
And
you
also
don't need
selling.
To really start your own business.
What does that word mean? Sell? Maybe selling new, or it's just. It's
complicated. There are states where you do have a dealer's license that you get.
But also they could hire a 15-year-old kid and just use his name as if he's the salesperson. Like
Marco. I don't know that Marco is a felon. I don't think he is. And on their what was that, like, Gentleman Motorsports business license? They're both listed.
Manage it.
So so definitely ways around that. That's a good name though.
Exactly.
Should we send the Kingsman after them? Some real gentlemen. Manners maketh man.
Paul says TPG won't sell cars. He will just review them and make fake titles like, "I just bought a Porsche."
Yeah.
He cannot. Okay.
Look, I think maybe this whole idea came to him during that live show where it was just all of them, and they brought in Archie. Remember, there was a guy in that chat who said that he has some a Discord or something like that, where people were kind of trading cars, flipping cars.
Yeah.
And I thought maybe he realized, like, you know what? Because even Roman, right? You go on his website, he's selling not just watches. He's selling like jewelry. He's selling sunglasses. He's selling all kinds of everything.
Helicopters.
Yeah, everyone is going full. Like, think about actually selling one yacht per year could be more lucrative than selling 1,000 watches. I mean, and it could be less work. So
I think there's more interest in cars than watches, though. Right? Like,
yeah,
just
more
as a niche,
yeah.
I think there's more people that are in cars.
I think
would
in
bet
certain
more money.
areas,
And also the problem with
like the
white
Middle
market
East.
right now, the profit margins are actually getting much tighter because every idiot can go on Chrono24 and find out what their watch is worth. Whereas you go a little bit prior to this and people didn't know how much their watches were worth. They would go into the store and be like, "Oh, this is a really beat up Rolex, $500," and then they would sell it for 10,000. It's like
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
never happens nowadays. So
the pawn shop buyer, how much do you want for this?
Yeah.
I don't know, 500. All right, here you go.
yeah.
They gave me what I wanted. Yeah.
Hugh Jazz, I'm sure Anthony will find a way. Legibility does not seem to be a big concern from legality. Legibility.
Well, but if other people, if he gets banned from the dealer groups, and dealer to dealer aren't willing to buy or sell with him, that's where it'll be more challenging. He needs the viewers or the uneducated public, which he might have. Like I said,
I mean, I think he could be like, guys, we're all in this together. He might have like some dirt on them. You never know. I mean, if he was,
I would not play that game on Roman Sheriff unless I want to be tied up with a Russian mob in Roman's basement.
Yeah, no, I understand, but
Tim, you know how this whole thing works, don't you?
Yeah. AG, don't you guys remember how scripted the end of the last TPG video was? It was scripted. It was a little bit scripted, but it was very depressing and hard to watch.
Yeah,
Anthony
I didn't watch it. I cannot sit through his episodes. They're so long.
Especially.
I really did you see Watch Eric's?
The latest one?
Yeah.
Well, the first episode.
His day, that was so much better done. Like,
and very, very short.
It's short, like it keeps your attention span, but I think that, or even the gray market episodes, I think both of them, it's much better done.
I mean, the only sort of long things, the only sort of long videos that I'm tempted to watch these days are either old Top Gear or Grand Tour. With those three, they're the only three really that can make me watch anything that's 60 minutes terms of just pure video or longer. Anybody else, go away. It just doesn't work.
Wow. We're all been spoiled, guys. Anthony Napolitano, there is more money in social media aspect with cars than watches. Anthony's genius with social media and cars will raise a huge profit. Also, is Bourbon Heart a Captain America or Agent USA? AG, but bankruptcy running away just doesn't make sense. Why take the time to delete your website if you're going on the run? Why are the low-level TPG employees not working out? All that screams PR. I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
Well,
this is too high level of a PR game.
I mean, it could also be bankruptcy, though. I mean, the other thing, right? Like, you start an LLC. I mean, the thing about American businesses, people that start these LLCs, right? These limited liability corps. No, they end up shutting them down when they run into too much financial problems, right? If they're overspending and not, they're not covering their debts and their debt payments, and he has, and we don't know what the financial agreements were with his investors, right? But you get a couple bad lawsuits or profit margins shrink and your creditors start calling, it's like, no, people, they claim bankruptcy, right? So don't know if, again, it could also be that he is actually facing some financial hardship or some problem, and he's just playing it this way, like, no, I'm a marketing genius. And it's like, really, no, he's claiming bankruptcy. He's got to rebrand, start another LLC, right? Like Gentleman Motorsports, and he's going to show up doing something else after a failed stint in a watch game.
I gotta tell you guys, I do not think this is PR stunt. This seems like a court
running away.
It might be a court. It could be a court ordered thing. A court might have said everyone to shut up, or maybe they were informed of investigation, and he probably said like, "Hey guys, everybody has to stop talking because it's like Fifth Amendment. Everything could be used against you because they could be all kind of they will be all treated as if they're co-conspirators. So they're just like, that's it. Nobody talk to anyone. It could be.
Yeah, could be a lawsuit that is, would put him out of business, right? And he talked to an attorney, and it's like, yeah, you're done, buddy. You know what I mean? And so it's like, all right, but that is the advantage of having things tied up in an LLC versus him personally.
Well, here's what I foresaw a few months ago. I went, right, so what are his margins? $1,000? All right. And sometimes even less. Okay, let's call it 5-10%. Let's be nice to the guy. It's 5 or 10%. So I went, right, all that's got to happen is Rolex don't do a whole lot of new releases like they did. They didn't do a whole lot of new releases, let's be honest. And I thought, right, the market's going to shrink 5 or 10%. Look what happened to him, for example, with the Platonas, baguette and non-baguette, and then the John Mayer Daytona. Look what happened. The market tanked on that. And then it started to tank on other things. Pepsi's, they were dropping 5-6K Australian. They've gone a little bit firmer now. But I was like, all that needs to happen is this mythical 5 to 10% tanking, and this guy will go kaboom. And what's happening?
Boom. Kaboom.
Put it all in Bitcoin. I'm kidding.
Mic drop.
A total annihilation. Total annihilation, man.
All right, Tim, I got to get going. I'm going to be playing some more golf.
Hey, no problem. I'm going to be
Nice
wrapping
chatting
this
with
up
you.
in like 5 minutes. Nice.
Super.
Thank you for jumping on.
Enjoy your
See you later,
enjoy your
everyone.
golfing.
Will do. See ya.
Take care,
Thanks.
man. Awesome. Thank you, Birminghard.
One day, hopefully, I might even be sent to a crosswork with Birminghard for my government job.
God.
He's a cool guy.
Let's see this thing. I wanted to take a look at this watch right here. This is a Grand Seiko Heritage 140th anniversary limited edition. Does Grand Seiko do anything for you?
Yeah, it does. It does actually. The whole upgrade of their movements to be plus or minus 10 seconds a year, not a day.
Yeah.
I mean, find me. I don't think Rolex could ever, even as a one-off, make something that precise. I mean, not Grand Seiko as much as you want, viewers, but find me another company that is horology level that can make a movement that's plus or minus 10 seconds a whole year.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But at the same time, it is quite. Now, I would have no problem with a lot of Grand Seikos if they were actually owning the quartz, because a lot of people, especially like horology people, they're not big fans of quartz pieces. But I'm starting to warm to quartz just a little bit, especially if it's a well finished quartz. I think, look, if you're gonna make a quartz watch, it has to be a well finished quartz movement, especially like in-house quartz movements. I think that's a legitimate way of making watches. And if those movements can save like a lot of money to make the watch, then I think the money that's saved on the movement could be used in making a dial better and the case better. and I feel like, well, you know what? I wouldn't mind a beautiful dial watch with just a quartz movement.
Well, just to cut in here, like I have one quartz still.
Yeah.
Luminox Navy Seal 3001. Only thing I use it for
Oh.
is like treadmill running and workout stuff. Simply because something like that, it'll just break an automatic. The shock of going up and down on a treadmill. I mean, that the easy way to destroy an automatic, but
Yeah.
it just breaks my heart at the gym seeing all these tools where running on a treadmill with a Rolex, and I'm like, do you know what it's doing to the thing inside? Oh,
Yeah,
I
I mean,
cringe.
oh man, I should have asked what Barbenheidt was wearing on the golf course. Now, what do you think about this Grand Seiko right here? Look at that dial. I never seen this type of pattern. It's very interesting, like organic kind of.
I'm actually wearing a friend's. He's just loaned it to me while he was out in a dubious place of the woods last night.
Oh yeah.
A Sea Dweller 4000, the thing that they only made for 3 years.
Oh wait,
And
your
let me tell
friend
you, it's
let you borrow
nice.
Sea Dweller?
Yeah, well, he was like, well, I want it with someone safe.
Yeah.
I've just realised where I'm going. It's not exactly a friendly neck of the woods. Like this place, I kid you not, people make inhaling devices, shall we say, out of babies' bottles, and then they draw swass somethings on them.
Wow.
So that's the sort of demented neighbourhood that he was going into to, quote, take out the trash. So I got to hold, so I'm currently wearing a Sea Dweller 4000. Let me tell you, it's quite nice.
Roar of the Tiger. Tim, what's the Grand Seiko going for? That's a good question. We're going to find out right now. So 104. I actually, look, this is a very beautiful watch. It's almost like a date just alternative on a leather strap. You see something like this, you're like, whoa, how much do they want for this? Ooh, and it looks like it's the same high beat movement that Seiko put into the white birch. So this is not going to be cheap. I'm expecting 8,000, unfortunately. Wait, where's the price? Oh my, what? 60,000 euros? Are they out of their mind? What the hell? I said I want cheaper watch, not a more expensive. What? This is madness. Oh, it's a 140th anniversary edition. It's limited to 140 pieces for 60,000 euros.
I'm sick of that nonsense.
Okay, fuck Grand Seiko. I mean, seriously, what a cruel joke. Yes, I love this dial, but this is not a $160,000 dial. It just looks like, it does look good, but not $60,000 good. 60,000 euros good. Freaking ridiculous. Paddock prices. Grand Seiko. Paddock prices at Rolex quality. It's just complete reversal.
Rolex quality. Does someone need my Kerry Packer meme, Tim?
Yeah, Rolex
Go and get your head read.
Rolex Grand Seiko. It's a Rolex quality at Paddock prices. What? Jesus. Wait.
Oh dear.
It even says it's $9,000. No, how's it $9,000?
No.
It says right here that it's It says right here, availability of the Grand Seiko 140th comes with a black crocodile strap and a triple folding clasp push button release, limited to 100. This watch is now available at Grand Seiko boutiques and retailers worldwide, approximately 60,000 euros. Dude, maybe he's talking about the white birch, because that's the price of the watch. This is what I was expecting this watch to be worth. Actually, I thought this would be a little bit cheaper than the white birch because the dial is not as good. I mean, you look at the white birch and just look at that. Oh, It's incredible. I also hope that these dials are kind of hand carved, and if all of them are different, that would make this even more special. Oh, we got Joe Kramer. Joe, what's up, man?
Hey Tim, what's going on? Can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you perfectly. How are you doing?
Pretty good, pretty good. How about yourself?
Where are you?
I'm currently downtown right now.
Oh yeah?
Yep.
You got any updates for us?
As far as
As far as
I know what you're
the
talking about. No, I don't. The last I seen anyways was Archie's video saying it was a hoax, that it was a big PR stunt, and I don't know. I guess maybe I'm inclined to believe that. Everyone kind of seems to go with that same story, so
yeah.
I'm just gonna jump on the bandwagon and say, yeah, it's probably a PR stunt.
Well, look, I have a poll going with everybody who's watching. By the way, guys, if you're watching, if you haven't answered the poll question in the chat, please answer it right now because I will close it down in the next minute. So I have 154 votes.
47 stunt.
Yeah, 47 people who are convinced that it's a PR stunt. The second option that I thought would be is bankruptcy. 28% of people think that it's probably bankruptcy. Rebranding is at 15%, and running away is at 11. So it's very unlikely that they're running away, but I think it's if people were to like take what Anthony said at the end of the last episode seriously, that they're going to split up, that rebranding is quite possible if they're going their separate ways. Like maybe each one learn something new in this venture that they had, and now they decide, you know what, we'll go our separate ways and do the business how we see how we envision it in our minds. So, and it's a possibility. It's a possibility. But man, those numbers, man. It's crazy. Okay, I'm gonna close it down. Thank you everybody for voting. There we go. Got that. Now, yeah, that's pretty bad. What do you think about this Grand Seiko, Joe, right here?
The black dial or the white bird?
Yeah, the black dial.
You can't really see. Does it have like the white birch texture on the dial or what?
Hold on. Let me get you a good close up picture. 1 second.
I see there's a design on there, but
yeah,
it's hard to tell in this.
Yeah, can you see it here?
Oh, it's like a wood grain.
Yeah, it's some kind. Yeah, it's like some kind of. But it looks stamped, maybe in plastic, whatever the material is. I'm not even sure about the material.
It reminds me like of a coffee table, you know?
Yeah.
It reminds me of like those high-end coffee tables where you have all that, like the texture, the wood kind of rising up out of there. I mean, I don't hate it.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I don't hate it, but I mean,
the problem is that it's $60,000. Yeah, sorry,
grand for a Grand Seiko? No, I'm out. No.
That's the problem. And it's the only reason it's so expensive is because it's limited to 140 pieces.
I don't care. Like, no.
Yeah.
I mean, Richard Milley, please. Richard Milley.
Yeah. But it's actually like, and it's on a think about
Richard Mill.
This is so crazy. They took the white birch. They put a cheaper dial, in my opinion. They put it on the leather strap instead of a bracelet, and they're charging like almost 10 times more. It's crazy.
I will take it over that other Grand Seiko any day of the week. I will pay full retail for the white birch rather than that other watch.
I'd personally rather one of the Breitlings, the new Breitlings that look like a Patek.
Oh, do you really want a kind of a cheap
in preference to one of those? I'm not saying that the Breitling's any good.
Oh my god!
Damn, I almost bought the the gray dial 36 mil Tudor today.
Oh,
They wouldn't budge on the price though. They wanted $3,000 out the door, and I just didn't. I couldn't commit to that.
what they wanted full retail.
Yeah, they wanted full retail. Yeah.
Ha! Tell them they're dreaming.
I mean, to be fair though, they just did open up with their Tudor boutique now, so maybe they can't give out discounts quite yet. So we'll see what happens. But they still have that Panda there. They still have that Panda still sitting in their display case.
I bet the Panda's a case of play AD games with the bronze turd and all those other things.
I don't know.
Lord of Fleck, the TPG controversy is probably one of the best things to ever happen to your channel. You should hope it goes on forever. I gotta say, look, I feel awful, kind of doing it because it feels really kind of scummy, but I mean it's
the
just
ratings, Tim. The ratings are going to the roof on you guys.
It's as I mentioned this a little bit in the beginning. I feel like I have to do it because my end goal is to talk watches, but in order to get people interested in watching the show, they have to watch it long enough to understand what it's all about. And getting people to actually sit through, like get to know Joe, get to know Perf Luxury, to get to know the characters, it takes time. And using this controversy, look at this.
You should also talk about, like you, not me, Tim, something that rhymes with watches. Scotches.
Yeah. Watches and scotches. Ooh.
You've just given me a rebranding idea.
Yes.
Quick, I need to hype it up.
Watch it.
I need to fake news it.
I like it. It has a nice ring to it.
No, and Lord Fleck, that wasn't slide. No, I of course it is. It's absolutely true. It's just I think this has proven to be an interesting experiment in what it takes to make the show kind of interesting and watchable for people.
Tim, did you see Lexter Dexter's comment?
Lexter Dexter. By the way, this guy is really cool. TPG drama is equivalent interest as OJ in the white Bronco.
the world's longest Bronco commercial.
People come in to see the latest news on TPG, but they stay for the watches, and they get to learn something new about them and become part of this very interesting community.
Yeah.
So,
can I ask you something? I mean, can I get the advice from you, anyways?
Yes.
So, I was thinking about maybe trading this in. For a JLC Master Control annual calendar.
No.
What do you think?
No.
In the words of Kerry Packer, go and get your head read.
Yeah, that's.
What do you think?
No, it's a horrible idea. It's a horrible idea.
It's worse than Marco's idea of selling all his Rolex for a 1942.
Yeah, Corn de Vache or
should we get in the light a little bit? I mean, what do you think?
No, dude, I
think please.
That is actually one of the best watches on the market. It's the most wearable. It's like a Submariner that's actually pleasant to wear. Look, show us the wrist shot.
Just give me a second.
Alex Watchaholic says, Joe Kramer, fuck me dead. No.
Don't worry, guys.
Joe's trolling us. No.
But,
yo, that watch looks so freaking amazing. You kidding me?
But a JLC Master Control, though, guys.
No, it's fiddly.
It would complete my collection. I mean, I would have a chronograph in my collection, a Submariner, a field watch. I mean, all I'd be missing is the discount diver, but I can live without that.
Where's your GMT?
I wouldn't. I mean, I really wouldn't use the GMT that much. I mean, I'd use a chronograph more than a GMT.
No,
Big call. Big call.
dude, it's ridiculous. That's not. I don't
Or
know.
I could cop out. I mean, I could be cheap and get a GMT Ming.
GMT Ming.
I see Delray Watch has one for sale right now for about $5,000.
Typical Fed got one.
You know what? I think Marco's gonna like this idea.
I'm just saying. I mean, he has one for sale. I did take a look at it. I inquired about it. His condition is a little rougher than I care for personally, but I mean, it's an option.
I don't like this idea. No, I'm sorry. You know what I think? You know what I think would be better is to try and get a world time paddock.
No,
That
I don't want a paddock right now. I mean, yeah, I'll be the first to admit, financially, it doesn't make sense for me. Two, I'm not in my 70s yet, so no.
Dude, no, but financially, I'll tell you. Look, everyone on my WhatsApp group, everyone is getting paddock. We had Captain get a paddock. We had Alex K get a paddock because the prices are just so low for the paddock dress watches.
Yeah, but how old are they? They're like what, in their 50s? All due respect?
No, they're no. Well,
Alex is what, like 20, 30?
Yeah, Alex is young. Alex, how old are you?
Well, just give us an age range if you don't want to tell us exactly.
I mean, I'm only 25, you guys. I mean, I've got some time here.
No, but dude, that's exactly why you should get the paddock world time. You get to enjoy your whole life with it. Can you imagine going through life with a paddock world time? That's a way to do it.
Yeah, but it's not a very universal watch, though. It's always on a leather strap.
See, Alex says he's in his 30s, so that's not that.
Yeah, we're talking
not that old.
I mean, 30s is when you hit the retirement community.
Look, I'm 32. I would love a world time. That would be so freaking amazing. Oh, and
I'd
but
almost be more inclined to get the Ming though, because it's a little bit more universal. It's on a steel strap. I mean, a steel bracelet, if you will.
Yeah.
It's funky. Paddock is just so old.
It's just the thing is though. Look at this. TH says I got a paddock for under 15K. Love that watch. And like Ming are really hot right now, and paddock dress, they're in the dumpster.
Tim, I've just spotted a certain Frank in the chat. Is that our other long lost Frank friend?
Frank Gerard.
Is that the same? Paddock. Is that the same Frank that loved to have a very motivating chat with you a few weeks ago?
Oh, it is. It is. Frank is back, everybody. Alex says buy a secondhand Paddock Philippe dress watch with a 40% discount. Look,
but then I would get rid of the JLC. I would get rid of the reversal then.
Yes.
I don't want more than one. I don't want more than one dress watch in my collection.
Yes.
It's redundant. I don't dress up enough. I really don't.
Yes. And like a Paddock Philippe dress watch, it's not so much as a watch as like a family heirloom. It's a thing you keep forever. You know, my watch, like my AD, like one of the top people in there, he has a Paddock Philippe World Time, the same that Archie has, but in white gold.
Okay, here's the thing, Tim, though. If I'm going to get a Paddock, I'm going to go for the two-tone. I want that 5711 and blue and yellow gold. That's the only Paddock I really want.
Dude, that's really hot. Damn.
I think if I remember right, that is a moon phase complication. I could be wrong. It's either moon phase complication or chronograph.
It's a chronograph.
But that's the only Paddock I want. It's like in the 5711 two-tone variant.
That's damn. It's crazy, man. Let's see, Nautilus.
Crazy. It's like $70,000 if you can find the damn thing.
Yeah, man, it's ridiculous. I mean, this is what you're talking about, the 5980.
Exactly right there.
Damn. This is
That's
like a.
I'd really want.
Yeah, it's a bluesy on steroids. I mean,
then I don't need exactly. Then I don't really need like a Ming watch. I mean, this could be the chronograph.
Dude, this is
That I mean,
like, I think actually, what's his face? The watch Eric was buying something similar to this. Oh my God, Ramsey, $3 super chat. Perf, thoughts on Darwin Distillers Edition? I'm gonna go to the bathroom. You tell them, Perf. One second, I'll be right back.
yeah, that would be great. I will sell one. I just paid cash the first one. Give me a Mad Butcher. Yep. Please, thank you.
Mango, white claw, pomegranate ginger press, and then an icebreaker. Thank you.
Okay. Hopefully, Perf gave his thoughts on it. Joe, did Perf?
No, we didn't. We haven't said anything until you've gotten back yet.
What the hell? What am I paying you guys for? What's going on? Okay, Ramsey, when he gets back, we'll see. Brian BK, I wear that thing every day at Marco, mostly because I have to in order to avoid setting it. Oh, so yes, Brian BK has actually got a crazy watch. One of this one right here, the 5320G. Yeah, and kind of this is the problem kind of with these annual calendar. Now this is a perpetual calendar that Brian BK has, and this is why I don't actually recommend Joe that you go for that JLC, is because this is kind of a one and done type of watch, because once you put it on, you don't want to take it off, because if it runs out of power, you have to reset everything, and it could be very painful to do and very difficult.
My nearest JLC rep is about 2 hours away too. So good point. Good point.
Yeah, dude, forget about that JLC thing. And why did I recommend the World Time? Because it's only, there's not even a date on it. It's a wind and wear. It's an incredible piece, man.
But like I said though, like,
yeah,
I'm gonna go paddock. I want that two-tone. That's the only paddock I really want.
Damn, man. I think, look, you should just take a look at some stuff that's available. Maybe because look, Captain got 6006. Same one that Archie had that he sold to Tony Nico. And Alex got the Calatrava. I think, one second. Alex
like,
got
I'm not gonna really consider those watches. Don't get me wrong, they're great watches. They look clean, but I'm not gonna consider them until like I'm in my deathbed, like 2 minutes away from them pulling the plug. I mean, it's just not me. It's just not a watch that I take interest in.
I'm just saying, try them on.
No, I mean, I've tried them on, and I just don't find them attractive. I really don't.
Okay.
I mean,
hey, fair enough.
Retirement home.
Yeah, fair enough. Pavel says you're 20 years too young for the JLC too.
No, I mean, he's not wrong there. I just bought the JLC because I was bored. I mean, I got an okay deal on it. You know, was it the right choice? Obviously not. I mean, even though I'm dressed up today to go up to the strip clubs, I mean, I'm rocking the Rolex. Hey, I'm rocking the Rolex.
So funny. Paul Kendrick says, "Where is Joe? It has to be at Cali somewhere."
No, it's not Cali, but
yeah, it kind of looks like California.
No, in Minnesota it gets pretty hot, so I mean it does give off tropical vibes, but.
Rohit R says it's seller's market. It's time to sell Ming future. Just sell your Ming. Oh, look, I actually kind of regret buying that Ming, but you know
Have
what?
you gotten it in yet, Tim?
Yeah, I didn't even get it. It might be really good. I hope that it's going to be pretty hype. I'm actually surprised there hasn't been any new Ming releases, or did I miss it?
I think the last one was in January, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh, it was that what's it called, the honey, and since then it's been quiet. The honey release was disaster though.
I mean, I wouldn't shy away from a Ming. I think design-wise, I really like them. I think they're just different. I like different. I like something that's a bit out there. So, design-wise, I really like Ming.
Steven Rhodes, Tim, if you haven't already, could you do a show on your favorite micro brands? Actually, it's an interesting topic.
Wow,
Probably one of my favorite micro brands is Oceaniva. Friend gave me one of those to try about 6 months ago. Like, you get this for about $1,000 US. I got well, not me, sorry, my friend got it for $650 at first. That was the introductory pricing. Solida movement. It's been pressure tested to at least 1250 meters. But they reckon that based on scientific testing and extrapolation, they reckon it would go 3,000 meters. And get this, for $650, it has meteorite dial, a proper meteorite dial, not a sticker. I'm talking the real McCoy. And it has a fully loomed bezel and dial. Not bad for $650 US.
Would you consider Mito still a micro brand? Because I really like Mito. I mean, if I had the risk for it, I would have a Mito in my collection. The Ocean Star, I think it's a great value for what you're getting. In my opinion, I think it's a great value per dollar. I mean, I really like it. You're getting a lot there, movement wise, mechanically wise, design wise. I mean, I think you get a fair amount of options with it. Like I said, the only reason I don't have a Mito in my collection is it's just way too big for me.
Yeah, that's the problem with a lot of micro brands, that when you're dealing with these after kind of with the Solida, with these ETA movements, those movements are generally bigger.
Well, to Oceaniva's credit, at least with the one that my friend had, they regulated it to basically COSC certification without obviously sending it to COSC. So I think it was like plus 3.2 seconds per day. And for a micro brand, it's pretty good.
You know what I reckon would be a really good idea for a micro brand? I shit you guys not. Why? Because these micro brands, they spend now all of the micro brands that are coming out, they're in two price ranges, kind of, where they buy like a good movement, like
Brian BK, do it.
Relatively expensive movement, and then they have a really shitty dial, and the clasp is garbage, and everything else is kind of trashy. Why not? Like, I think a micro brand should do like what I'm saying about the Grand Seiko. Like, they should develop. What does it cost to develop a really good quality quartz movement, and then have an in-house quartz movement, and then spend all the money on dial and make a highest quality dial that's possible?
Yeah, but Tim, if you're a micro brand, in all fairness, you really can't afford to make that type of move. I mean, yeah, Ming's doing it right now and it's paying off. But I mean, if you're just getting started, I don't know if that would be the right move. I could be completely wrong in my thinking, but I think you'd want to play it conservatively, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but man, I even like they should buy maybe the highest quality quartz movement, which would still be a fraction of the cost of the, because all of these quartz powered watch brands, they're all absolute garbage. I mean, the qualities, you look at the MVMT, Vincero, all of those brands, they're producing garbage. But why not nobody's doing a kind of a blend. Nobody's taking high quality dials and casework and putting in just a quartz movement. Nobody's doing that, which I find really frustrating, because personally I'm mostly interested in the really good quality dial and hands and everything. Brian BK, $3 super chat. Can pick up a green OP41 tomorrow. Unnecessary? No, it's not.
Yeah,
Do you know how hard those are to get?
Yeah, I
Green dial OP. That's
41?
beautiful.
Jeez.
Yeah. Actually, Lolex wants to get one of those. Brian, are you from Cali? If you're from Cali, Lolex will buy it from you at retail, obviously. If you can get it for him, at least, that would be awesome. But Lolex really wants one. Lolex he fell in love with the OP. He was in the store and they just had like they had the yellow dial one, and he couldn't handle the other one.
I would go for the turquoise or the starburst red. That's what I'd go for.
Like getting a turquoise.
Turquoise is beautiful. Leo C, $5 super chat. Thoughts on rose gold two-tone Wimbledon Datejust fluted. Whoa! Let me just bring this up.
Everyone's wanting Wimbledon's right now at my AD. I blame it. I blame Wimbledon being on.
Is Leo asking?
Oh, Brian is from New York.
41.
What? Brian, we should get beers someday. Let me do a collection review. Let me film your watches under macro. How cool would that be? Ooh. Now Leo says two-tone Wimbledon. Now rose gold. Okay, rose gold. Here we go. Let me make this bigger. It's very small.
I love rose gold. I really do. Anything in rose gold, I love.
He said fluted plus Jubilee. Whoa, no. Go back. This one right here with Wimbledon. Oh my God. I think, you know what? I believe Nutton Asian has one of these. He's a good fan of the show. He might have this one or a yellow gold. I'm not 100%.
Nice, but
I'm gonna take off here. I gotta make my way down to the club here. It's been a treat being on here with you. Take care of yourself.
Joe, thank you.
Pleasure to have you, Joe. Thank you.
We're wrapping up in like 3 minutes, so thank you so much for jumping on and helping out. Thank you. Joe is one cool fighter, guys. He's been around since like the beginning, so very, very cool guy. Now he says AD can order one for me with a 50% deposit, delivery before year end. It's interesting. Very interesting. Deposit. That's tough.
At least they're actually offering to.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect. These are probably going over retail. To be honest, I mean, it says that it's a $13,500. Rose gold is actually more expensive in Rolex than the yellow gold. I would, if you have the money, I would do it as a combo meal deal. I would ask for this and another Steel Sports Rolex to go with it. Like I would go this one and no date sub. Okay, I would say like, guys, I'm looking to get 2 watches. I need something dressy, and this is a perfect dressy Datejust, but I don't think you can have just one Datejust that's two-tone. If you were gonna go for a Datejust, and that will be like your only piece, I would go for just steel, something like REG has, just white, like either white dial or blue dial, smooth bezel, or fluted bezel but oyster bracelet. This is an extremely dressy watch, so you will need something to balance this out. I would ask for a combo meal deal, no date sub to go with this. If you want to discuss this a little bit further, please. Please. What's it called? Uh,
Become a member, chat in the Discord.
oh yeah. Hold on, because I just saw. Oh yeah. Contact me. Contact me on timwrite.com. And yeah, I'll try to answer you. For he's already a member, so I don't know if he's on the WhatsApp, but let's see it because Brian, I'm not in that WhatsApp group. You have to send it to my WhatsApp group. Send it to me directly, or send it to Marco or somebody in the other WhatsApp group. Please forward it to me. Oh, Perth, are you in the other WhatsApp group?
Yeah, I am actually.
Oh,
True
can
that.
you, yeah, can you forward it to me? Do you have me in WhatsApp? Oh, wait, you don't have my WhatsApp, do you?
I'll just chuck it in a message on Discord, provided it's like
Oh, okay. Yes.
not too big, because Discord are communist with image size limits.
Yeah, they are, because they want me to pay for the Discord to upgrade it.
Yeah, screw that.
Yeah. Oh, Marco already did it. Okay. Marco did it.
Okay.
Did it. Thank you, Marco. Yeah. Amazing. This is amazing, Brian. One second. Let me just pull this aside. I'm opening it up. Thank you, Marco. Archie's going live in 4 minutes. Yep. We're wrapping this up. Let me
Yep.
just turn on the music real quick. 1 second. As we are wrapping up, we're gonna get to enjoy this awesome picture from Brian. Oh, and Brian, if you want the link to the WhatsApp, ask Marco. He'll invite. I think he can invite you to my WhatsApp group. Look at this, guys.
I mean, he's thinking of passing on it? Really?
It's not a watch you pass on.
No way. You don't pass on those. It's like a Hulk.
Brian, you grab this with both hands. With both hands?
No, Han Solo, no, I don't. I was just showing the picture in the WhatsApp. It's not mine.
Mm. Wow, Brian. Take it. Take it. This is so cool. And the green dial. Yeah, it's such a Rolex thing. And I think actually Bear has this thing, or someone has it.
What doesn't Bear have?
Yeah. Bear's trying to collect them all, like Pokemon.
All right, I gotta pop and get a bottle. I'll be about 30 seconds.
Hey guys, thank you for joining me. I would like to thank Barbing Perf Luxury, Joe Kramer for coming onto the show, keeping me company, talking watches, talking about this whole Timepiece Gentleman situation. I want to actually one more time apologize for the misleading title. Hopefully you know, for those who came here for the Timepiece Gentleman talk but stayed here for the watch talk, and this is what I'm hoping to do more as this whole situation clears up, because I do hope to get out of this and talk about watches. So AG, I have a question. If Timepiece Gentleman was going bankrupt, why not continue business as usual? Why shut down in the middle of the night? Oh, it's possible that they were told to shut down, like a kind of a court-ordered situation. Okay, I'll probably take it then. We'll ask AC32 for a perspective. I just feel like it sits weird in my collection. No. This is a perfect wind and wear watch. It's kind of a polar opposite to your Patek in a way. We'll balance it out really well. Sun Turtle Camper, if you want the link to my Discord, please contact me over at timwrite.com. Go to the bottom, click the green button in the corner where it says let's chat, and tell me that you want the invite, okay? And Leo C, if you contact me on timwrite.com, I'll send you the invite. Okay. And I'll see you guys on the Archie Luxury live stream.
Yep. See you
Bye,
there.
everybody.